Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What's Up Wednesdays with your host, Polish Gaming. Now, without further ado, we'll get into it this week. This week on the agenda of Xbox, we have got Sky Survivors. Now, this is a game by Desert Water Games. It's worth 2,000 GamerScore, and it's an interesting one because basically it's an auto shooter. You don't have to push any buttons to shoot. You're pretty much just going up levels. Once you get to it, you jump up. You got the first section. You got two sides again. Two bits on each side, and then the top platform. You basically got to kill enough certain amount of enemies. Once you get to the boss part of it, then you'll go up to a next part, and you'll just keep going up and up and up. It's in a sense kind of like a Rainbow Islands-esque kind of raise up in levels. But with this one, you're pretty much just picking up upgrades. You're picking up everything. You can pick up basically shrines that will allow you to have something on top of you, like a green gem, which will shoot out items. You get blue gems, you get red gems. There's also stories basically where you just hover over them and you stay there until the countdown goes to 0. Once it goes to 0, it gives you an upgrade. So you basically, it's all about upgrading, going up and just taking on peeps until you pretty much get all the achievements, which it doesn't take too long for the 2,000. All up, it's not actually a bad game. I have played another game that was like this, but it's it's not too bad of a shooter. So I highly recommend it. It's a pretty fun game. Next one here is actually a dual console version. It's basically called Overdrive Blaster. Now for the Series X, it's made by a team called Xenodia Team, and that's a 2,000 GamerScore, and it's a shoot 'em up. It's pretty much, but with this kind of one, it's classed as a shoot 'em up. That's not really, because it's almost like a, what would you call it, top-down shooter, and you're very limited to where you can go. But basically, you just got enemies coming at you. You can move around and all this. You want to pick up red items, basically all red. You basically got to get everything to level 10. So basically all colors, red, I think it's red, blue, and green, I believe, if I remember rightly. First you start off with red, then you go on to blue, then you go on to green. Now with those ones there, once you upgrade them, the more you upgrade, the more it basically increases your weapon. So the red is pretty much your shooting. And then you'll just upgrade, and of course your green will go later on, and like say every 10 shots you'll release a burst of something, and you just keep doing this until you got basically all the colors to level 10, and everything is relatively pretty straightforward. And like I say, this one is also on Series X and on the Xbox One. So with that, that's 2,000 GamerScore times 2, so 4,000 all up for the both of them there. Now, next one here is a shoot 'em up, Hyper 5 by the company East Asia Soft. Now, this one is a 2,000 GamerScore, but unfortunately with this week I only got 1,700 in it because the last two levels, which is level 4 and level 5, is quite intense. The best way to pretty much do it, you can't really attack it straight away. You really have to build your ship up, upgrade, build the defenses up, pretty much just build your power up so that you can actually defeat the enemies rather than hitting them a couple of times and dying. And it's not hard, but it's not an easy shoot 'em up. It's when you get to the later levels, you've got things that can basically take you down about 3 hits. So you just got to really be wary on where the bullets are coming from, and sometimes they're just stray bullets coming from something that wasn't even on the screen. So you do have to watch out about ones like that, but I quite enjoyed it. It's quite a fun little shoot 'em up there. Highly recommended. I like my shoot 'em ups, and with that one, it's actually relatively good graphics for how big the download was. So yeah, recommend that one definitely. Next one here is a very interesting story-based adventure game, I guess. It's called Nightgast. Now, this one here is by Playstyle. I can't even pronounce it. I think it's Playstyle Interactive, but it might not be. That might not be. It might be Playstage. With that one, it's 1,000 GamerScore, and like I say, it's an adventure kind of shortish story. But it sounds the way that the premise is, there's a woman that's in the house, and you kind of, to ruin it, but it's a very quick and easy 1,000, and most likely people are going to play it and not going to play it for the storyline. But basically with this one, you've got a woman that's in the house has got a lot of jump scares in it. You'll see as by the video that I'm showing here. With those ones, it's got a few jump scares, not really scary jump scares either. They're pretty lame. But it turns out, I think her name was Mildred. Basically she had I believe topped herself in the bathtub, and then pretty much come back for vengeance. So it's a very interesting one as to what the game is really about, but I just watched the walkthrough and pretty much went through it. In the end, you got a satanic goat that's walking through the house, and you got to scribble off all the what do you call them, transcripts, I guess, on the walls. So once you scribble those over, it goes. Very odd game, very odd game. Almost like a Night Trap. That's what I was trying to think of last time, the ones that released the SAB rating and they got full motion videos. Night Trap. And I think Snatcher was another one as well. Next one here is DLC for Ballatron Coolbox. Now that is Desert Water Games. The DLC was 1,000. Very simplistic game, quite enjoyable to be honest. I mean, there are ones online where they can basically show the exact coordinates that you need to hit, but basically you've got tiny little blue balls, a big blue ball and a big green ball. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get the blue ball to hit the green ball. That's all you need to do. There's a lot of ways that you can go about it, but basically it's pretty much just keep trying until you can kind of gain a method as to where you're supposed to land on the blue ball, so that it will actually in the end go to the green ball. This one is actually quite fun. It's got a bit of play time to it. It's got a bit of replayability to it. And for 1,000 game score, like I say, this one I believe it's set at 2,000 or 3,000 game score now, so that will keep going up to 5,000. So there'll probably be another time when I bring this game back up again. And the next one here is another Ballatron game, and that's Ballatron Ocean, and of course by Desert Water Games. This one, another 1,000 DLC for the game. This one puts it up to 5,000. So with this one, it's exactly like Coolbox. I think there's a Ballatron Ocean, Ballatron Coolbox, and I think there might be one more. But basically these games are all the same. You're pretty much just trying to get that little blue ball to hit the big blue ball and get it to that green. There are a lot of there can be quite an annoying amount of challenges in a sense to it, just on how you're supposed to angle the ball and get it, because you think, how am I supposed to get there, and then you kind of figure it out. Like I say, there are pictures and walkthroughs for this, but with this one there was only 5 levels, and so I just decided to do them. As you can see by this video here, you'll see that it's actually I'm not actually doing too bad, but with the original Coolbox one that I've done, unfortunately that one, I had already done the 5 achievements before I'd done the video, but yeah, I got stuck on level 22, so it can be very interesting, and sometimes you do really want to go to a walkthrough, but it's not too bad. Like I say, they're quite fun, the Ballatron games. And this last one here is, it's not another one that I finished, but it's Basketball Pinball. Now that is by Super Power Up Games. It is 1,000 gamer score, but unfortunately I've only got 580. The reason for that is you do have to get 15 million in the game and a multi-ball, which multi-ball consists of bringing down your counter to 50, and the way to get the counter is up in the top. You pretty much got to spin up the purple ramp. You'll see in the video clip here. I'm basically aiming to get, there's a very easy way to get 5 million each time you do it, and the way to do it is basically, you'll see the little bumpers at the top, and then just to the left of that you've got a tiny little door. You go into that door, it'll basically, the ball comes out, the spin to a basketball, it goes like that. Chuck it to the other basketball player, chuck it to the next one, chuck it to the guy dunking, and then you dunk the ball. You do that, I think it's 2 times, and you get 5 million. Now, of course, you've got to do that 6 times to get the 15 million, so it can be a bit annoying. I will finish that, but it's one of those RNG games when it comes down to it. It's kind of luck, and it's all about stalling your ball on those flippers. You don't want to go willy-nilly. You really want to just let it smoothly flow, and then you can kind of understand the concept of getting it halfway, getting it quarter of the way, getting it 3/4 of the way, and then you'll start to kind of develop the understanding of a pinball game. And someone actually just highlighted in a comment of Williams Pinball. I might actually play that game, because I do enjoy a pinball game, and I kind of stopped playing them a while back after playing Pinball FX 2. But I think I might actually go back to the one, because he said it was all the Williams tables, and they're absolutely amazing tables before they went over to FX 2, and he says not so great on the FX 2. So I might actually give Williams a go. So it might come up in a future one where I'm giving that a go. Now, that for this week is 11,280 gamer score, and that puts my total at 1,270,605 gamer score. Getting close to that 1.3 million. I am going to go a little bit harder this month. Like I say, I'm really wanting to get another 30,000 to at least pump me over to 1.3 million. That puts me in contention for number 4 and 3. So, yeah, hopefully be able to become 3rd or 2nd. 1st would just require a lot. But yeah, that's all for the Xbox games. Now, this week, I thought I'd go into something that I don't really play too often. Now, my Game Gear is something that I got this recapped because basically my mate, he was, he's in, well, he likes to do electronic and a lot of soldering and stuff like this. So I just said, hey, would you do a recap on it? He looked into it. Turns out it's not actually that hard for him to do. Recap my screen, but it's pretty good. But the thing is, I'm still going to be using my emulated RG6S. I think that's what it's called. The reason for that is because of the fact that the backlit screen on this isn't it's not any newer shape, like any LCD or anything. It's just, I can't remember what they actually called. You can get a Mick Will LCD, which I do want to get for this one because that is such an amazing thing. But right now, you're going to see it basically me playing this right on the RG6S system. So, first game that we got this week is Asterix and the Secret Mission. Now, it's a bit of a platform week this week with the Game Gear games. These games are pretty much a staple to the Game Gear. And the reason why is because the Game Gear was all about portability. And if you can get a game that's fun, enjoyable, platformish, I think these are games that you can play on and on and on and enjoy and have fun. It's a great game. I've played a lot of the Asterix games, Asterix and the Secret Mission, the Great Mission on the on the Master System, Asterix Great Mission, and the Secret Mission. Now, this one here is a little bit more harder to get in terms of the actual all the Asterix games, just for the pure fact it's a little bit harder to get. I'm not entirely sure on this one I got pretty early, and I don't have any other Asterix games on the Game Gear. So it's mainly with this one, it's the Asterix game on the Master System Secret Mission. It's quite hard. But this is a real fun game. You just a one-player game, platformer. You got quite a lot. You do go as Asterix and Obelisk. Obelix, I think his name is, not Obelisk. He's not a statue. But yeah, and it's a pretty fun one. Very bare bones when it comes down to it. But it's just that's all you need for a platformer. Jump, good hit detection. Well, good hit detection and good what do you call it? You don't have that slip. Some games have where you basically got a little bit of almost like you're on ice shoes, and it can be a bit annoying to jump. But this one is very fluid in the way that it's designed. It's a great game, and absolutely something that if you have not played this, you'll see me playing this in the top right corner, and I highly recommend it. Any of the Asterix games for any of the systems, because they were just great platformers, especially for the Master System. If you get Asterix the original, it's only a $20 game, and that was just chef's kiss. Amazing. I love all these platformers. But that's Asterix and the Secret Mission for this week. So if you haven't got it for the Game Gear or the Master System, definitely get this one. It is a gem. And then we're going to go right now onto the gem of all gems in my eyes and platformers on Sega. Castle of Illusion. Now, there is Castle of Illusion, Land of Illusion, and World of Illusion for the Mega Drive. This is one of my favorites. I've played this on Xbox 360. I played it on the Master System. I played it on Game Gear. You're going to see me playing it up here and seeing me play basically one of in my eyes one of the best platformers on the actual Sega system. So it's just a great platformer, easy going. It's Disney. Who else doesn't like Mickey Mouse? Yeah, it's got quite a few things. It reminds me of DuckTales on the NES. And DuckTales, sorry, no, I think it was on the NES. The DuckTales on. I'm actually beginning to think now if that's like the one that was on Commodore, where it basically starts out and it's not really a platform. But DuckTales remastered on the Xbox was amazing, and just even the end level. But with this one here, Castle of Illusion, great music, great game, great platformer, one of the best that you can get. If you have not got this game, highly recommended for the Sega Master System. Or even Land of Illusion. They're relatively both the same. I haven't played World of Illusion, weirdly enough, but Castle of Illusion and Land of Illusion are some of the most favorite games on the Master System. Not the best game I like, not my favorite game, but definitely up there in the top 5. This is just one of those games that just keeps on giving. I love the platforming side of this. And like I say, you'll see me playing a little bit of it. I'm kind of not as good as I used to be when it comes down to platformers, so you'll probably see me fail quite a lot in terms of both of these games. But yeah, that's pretty much that for the week. And like I say, I do have the original hardware. I wanted to show off that I do have the original hardware, and I did put some batteries in it, so you'll actually hear it start up. Like, it starts up, but it's just not the best. Oh, there's no game in it, that's why. But it's just not the best in terms of graphics, and well, in terms of the screen quality. So like I say, the LCD backlit bright screens on those emulators are just pretty much what you need, and it's just such a better way of going about it. But it is still an amazing system, the Game Gear. The only thing that let it down was its battery life. You only get what, 6 batteries, and you pretty much last 6 hours a max. That's not good enough. Whereas the Game Boy was 4 batteries, and then the Game Boy Color was 2 batteries, and those things lasted hours, like days almost. So yeah, unfortunately that was kind of what killed the handheld market. I think they went to a Nomad after that, and that wasn't great either. But hey, Nintendo just seemed to crack into that market and done it well. The only one that really done it as good as them was Sony PSP in my eyes. They really done a good job. But yeah, that's me for the week. Tune in for weekly pickups. I'm really hoping I've got some stuff this week because I've got nothing at the moment. I'm hoping you're liking my little shorts that I'm making for my packs. Basically just doing a pack a day and well, trying to do a pack a day depending on stock. But just trying to find that Pikachu. We want that $800 card. I do not want to buy that card. I want to finish this set. But yeah, that's me for the week. Tune in on the weekend for the weekly pickups. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll catch you guys later.